Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I want to talk about how social media is deteriorating our mind. Sometimes, and it took me a while to see it for myself, but there is a lot of harm within social media as far as the content that we are consuming, and especially if majority of us are spending our times on these apps, like I know majority of us are, especially scrolling through TikToks or watching people's stories or not being able to check on your social media for 5 minutes. We don't realize how addicting it has become in our everyday lives and how much it strays us from focusing on ourselves and growing within ourselves, because we are spending so much time on an app consuming our minds and time. And we have to ask ourselves, is what we are looking at enabling self-growth? And yes, of course, some of us are following people that inspires us, watching informational videos, and that is very good too. But if you feel like you are not that type of person and you're just scrolling through all the time and watching mindless videos, we have to be mindful of what we are absorbing and consuming. We then adapt to the reality of what we're seeing, and that's why a lot of people are just not seeing things the way that they should be. There's so much distractions out here in the world that kind of strays us away from how simple life is meant to be. So if you are going on social media and everybody is showing off what they have and you're feeling like you're missing out because you don't have that yourself, know that it takes time. Also, don't know what is real on social media and what is fake. A lot of people could be, and I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people could be living false lifestyles, trying to keep up with the next person or to show that their life is glamorous and they're happy within themselves. But this is what I've learned along my journey, and within the last year and a half of pursuing it, I was very consumed in social media because we kind of grew up in a time of social media and an internet life. So starting with Facebook. I was never on the internet when MySpace around, but I even know my very first social media was Facebook, and so on, and all the other apps that came after that within my generation. You're spending your time on it, and just think of the years that you started and where you're at now, and how much we eventually became addicted to it, and most of our lives are lived online. But in reality, currently at this point in my journey where I see the value in privacy, and especially with this time that I finally found what it is that I want to do, this journey trying to find what it is that I wanted to do took many years of when I knew what I wanted. I've always had a dream, I've always had a vision, a certain lifestyle, or just a certain way of life that I want to live. But it isn't until now that I finally found what it is that I genuinely enjoy. Talking from now that I'm finally starting from maybe me knowing what I want to be in my early childhood, or having an idea of what I wanted to do in like my teens, but never really acting on it. Because like I said, I wanted to do YouTube for a decade, so it took me just over 10 years to initially finally be consistent with YouTube. Within that 10 years, it was me trying all of these different routes that was going to get me to where I wanted to be, but not in an authentic way that was best suit for me. So a lot of that was spent looking on social media and seeing, how is this person successful? What are they doing? I know that I want what they have, and this is what they did to get themselves there, so this is what I need to do. I didn't really know that it came from a place of self, and you have to know from within genuinely what it is that you want to do, or else it's never going to work out. So me pursuing all of these things that everybody else was doing was stalling, and they never worked out because it was not for me. And that's why it's very important, if you want to get to where you want to be, is to allow yourself to do this self-work to figure out truly who you are inside and not everything outside of you. Now, going back to me valuing my privacy, social media is very accessible. Everybody is just a DM away, a like, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I didn't find validation in that, because I certainly did. I see other people getting more likes, more comments, and you compare yourself to that and has it questioning you. And I'm sure not everybody thinks this way, but I'm just being very open in how I used to view social media, and it affected me a lot now that I see, but back then I didn't see how much it affected me, just up until these past few months. And it's like I'm at a point that now that I know what I want to do, I just want to give all my time and energy to focus on growing this and nurturing it, and so that I can be what I want to be someday, because that is what I want. That is what I think about every single day. And I just feel like I can't neglect myself of it any longer. And me being on TikTok for hours and hours just scrolling, when I can be editing a video, or I can be filming a video, I could be reading to improve my knowledge, or just feeding my brain. I could be stretching because I try to be very active. I sit down a lot at work, so I think just trying to stay active as far as hiking on the weekends, or just when I have free time, doing a quick stretch routine to keep up with my mobility. I like to journal just to make sure I'm level-headed at the end of the day, reminding myself of what it is that I'm thankful for, how I felt within this day, the gratitude I've expressed, where I'm trying to go, the goals I'm trying to achieve, and just making sure I'm holding myself accountable. And just, there was a lot of insecurity within myself through social media. I was at a very low place in my life, and social media just didn't do anything good for it, as much as I tried to separate my thoughts and feelings from it. And I found like myself, especially now that I'm trying to pursue my journey on YouTube, I would scroll through or watch people's stories, and I don't want to sound selfish, or I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but I found myself being so consumed in watching other people's lives, and I'm like, why am I spending my precious time watching what other people are doing with their lives and not focusing on what it is that I want to do with mine? And that was kind of like a reality check for myself. I just need to focus on what it is and where I'm trying to go, rather than sitting up on my phone all day watching everybody else. I also realized that I kind of like the privacy of just being on YouTube, and I think YouTube is a far better community than Instagram, TikTok. TikTok is a very good community, I'm not gonna lie. Just the content is so addicting, and I just spend too much time on there. Other than that, I don't really have a problem with TikTok. I actually think I would prefer it over Instagram. But as far as like Instagram and Facebook goes, those had to go. I just feel like it's true. A lot of people feel like Instagram and Facebook is just a lot of monitoring spirits. Nobody likes your pictures, but you have so many views on your stories. You just have all these people watching you, but nobody really supporting you, is what it feels like. And especially when you're just trying to be authentic, or on Instagram it's not the norm, what's trending or whatever, you don't really get any form of support, and just people wanting to watch you to see what you do and where you go, rather than genuine support. So I kind of just felt that way towards Instagram. So I wanted to eliminate all of those distractions, so I deleted my Instagram and my Facebook. And then TikTok, it was just addicting. The content was addicting, and you just scroll for hours and hours and hours, and I was like, this is consuming way too much of my time. There's days where I prefer that over editing a video, and I'm like, this is not okay. We're on a mission. We got somewhere we're trying to be. So deleted my TikTok, and going back to how I feel about YouTube, I think this community has a lot of inspiration on it. Everybody encourages everybody to grow, and a lot of people subscribe to actual content creators that they like, that inspire them, that they look up to, that they gain something from. And I think that's a more healthy following than Instagram or any other app, because we're intentionally following people that we like their content, we like what they do, we want to support them, we like them, we subscribe to their channel. And I'm sure it has its drama on YouTube as well, but you're gonna have drama everywhere. But I think it's a more genuine community on YouTube, and I think TikTok again has a supportive community, but it's just so addicting. That's kind of been my thoughts lately on social media, and I thought I might make a video on it just to give some clarity to people that might be confused with deleting theirs or feeling some type of way about social media. everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody because I don't know, but I know a vast majority of people, social media affects them, and I definitely was one of those people that it affected. This is not my first time being off of social media. I would always deactivate it and get back on it months later. For me, it's pretty easy at this point to delete it. Probably deleted for almost 2 weeks now. I know that's nothing, but I have no plans to get back onto it, and I'm trying to just grow my channel organically as far as just within the YouTube ad, no promoting it on any other social media. So this is where my presence is. So those who truly support me, I know will find their way over here and support my channel. And for that, I'm so thankful and grateful for everybody that is already here. I think we're at 433 subscribers, 32 or 33. I'm just so grateful and thankful. Thank you guys so much. If you feel like you're struggling with social media, if you can't delete it, or it's hard because again it is addictive, just do it in moderations if you can. I can understand if you can't just delete it today and go months and months without it. You're gonna be itching like a crackhead and it's okay that you get it back. Of course, just give yourself that grace and know that every day, really think about your everyday decisions and what it is that you genuinely want to put your time and effort towards, and being serious about it, because that's where I am. I said I wanted to take 6 months off of social media and just focus on my YouTube and then get it back, but now I'm feeling like I don't even really want it back. And who knows, I'm definitely giving myself the 6 months. Who knows, anytime after that, we'll see how I'm feeling then. But as I'm feeling right now, I just want my channel to focus on bettering my life every day, no distractions, and just keeping these promises to myself and being serious about what it is that I want, because I'm happy and thankful for where I'm at, but I know where I'm trying to go. I'm definitely trying to get there. That is all for this video. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this has helped somebody make their decision. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Mwah.